Hi, I'm Ivan Zoot with Rock, Paper, Shears. Let's take a look at a couple of haircutting techniques that I think you can find valuable in your men's haircutting on a regular basis in the salon. Scissor over finger involves taking sections of hair, combing them up, holding them up, and cutting them off. We call it scissor over finger because literally we are setting our scissors over our finger, cutting on the top of our fingers. Let's look at a couple of hair hygiene related rules for good scissor over finger cutting. Number one, comb and fingers follow together. When I comb up, notice that my comb and my fingers travel up the hair together. My comb controls distribution, my fingers control tension so that I can sculpt a beautiful line. Comb, hold, and cut with my scissors and comb, or scissors and fingers, working in tandem. The next thing you'll notice is the old rule, don't cut past the second knuckle. Somebody told us that in cosmetology school. We heard it from the very beginning. Cut from the tips of our fingers and stop at the second knuckle. Why do we not want to cut past the second knuckle? Many of us believe it's because we don't want to cut ourselves. But that's never been the real reason. The real reason is past the second knuckle, from the second knuckle to the base of our fingers, we cannot maintain tension. There's a bit of a gap there that causes the hair to slip or to buckle between our fingers. When the hair slips or buckles, as you can imagine, it pulls down. That piece of hair will then remain slightly longer. We lose our guide. So the reason behind don't cut past the second knuckle was about our need and our desire to maintain tension, to maintain control, and to maintain our guide. Now you'll notice when I come in, I set my scissor on my finger. You can't see it on camera, but right there on the tip of my finger, I have built up a fairly significant callus. That's a spot because every single time I go to cut, I set the tip of my scissors on my index finger right there. That's my launching point. That gives me my stability and control. You will see people sometimes cutting hair like this and cutting hair like this. You're in outer space. You don't have any real control of the precision of your line and your ability to precisely follow your guide. Your haircut is only going to be as good as your guide and as good as your ability to maintain or adhere to control relative to the guide. Comb it up, hold it up, set your scissors in place and cut. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to set my scissors in place as though I'm holding a section of hair. I'm going to look directly into the camera and I'm going to open and close the scissors. I am not worried or concerned about taking off my finger because by stabilizing the scissors against my finger like this, I can open and close that all day long. I will not cut me. If I'm out here like I'm point cutting, I better be looking, I better be watching, and I better be paying close attention. But by resting on my fingers and gaining that stability, I can look over here and cut that section because I've stabilized my relationship between my scissors, my finger, and my section of hair. That's cutting over finger for layering, interior cutting, and precision control. Rock, paper, shears with a 5.5. I choose to go to a shorter scissors, a 5.5 over finger for what I call shape crafting, when I'm building specific shapes into a haircut.